All right, good evening, everybody. And how are we all doing? Hope you're all doing well. So, I'm looking to finish off Community Trunk this evening. There's only 5 maps left to go, and I'm starting from map 26, so hopefully it won't take a massive amount of time. Especially since I'm starting with the map with the most amount of enemies in it, which should be quite action-packed. So I'm kind of expecting the start of this stream to be quite intense in a different manner from the last part I did of this a few days ago. And yeah, I am now back at work, so I will be back to doing a lot of normal evening streaming times. Though I might maybe do the odd afternoon stream on weekends for a little bit. Yeah. So last time had some tricky spots. Pink Flamingo's Nameless City was a bit of a slaughter light combat puzzle. And then there was 2 awkward maps back to back with the ditch map 22 and map 23 for different reasons. And then map 25 was a very sort of brief, well, island map. So yeah, so a few should have some interesting maps hopefully to come. For the most part, Community Trunk so far has been an entertaining enough community project. So, let's get back to it. So this is Soar by Lena. And it turns out that Soar by Lena, the music here is The Last Gatling Gun Rodeo by Cami Banana. Turns out that I slightly got Solus's girlfriend's name wrong. Her handle on Twitch is Leah, not Lena. There's no N in it. I had forgot that. So I don't think this is Solus's girlfriend. This is someone called Lena. Her map, his or her maps thus far have been quite action-packed. Map 12 particularly so, and their contribution to map 21 was there as well. And map 31 was also pretty intense, so I'm expecting this to be a very action-packed final map from them in this, so we'll see how it goes. So the monster count is the second highest of Community Trunk. Hey, the strange rumbling. No idea. You think it's getting closer? A dog? I actually thought you meant my... I actually thought you meant you could hear my dishwasher working. Hey, Dark Zoma. Time to hook Cherry already? Okay. Hey, Cherry, you've been summoned. Again. How you doing? Me. I don't know if Deet was warning about you, but you don't need to be warned about. You're just an ever-constant threat and presence at my desktop. So, yeah. How goes it, Cherry? Me. No Cacodemon-related deaths have happened in this playthrough so far, to my knowledge. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, so I say, very glad to disappoint you. Alright, kind of an intense moment here, Cherry, so I'm just going to need a hug. Alright. Unsurprisingly, like the two previous solo entries, Lena's map is, yeah, so safe space, you're going to have to fight for it. And then you're going to have to fight for it, like, more. Hey, thanks for the raid, BFG Gandalf. How you doing? I might be having more fun when I can actually fight out of this space I'm in. Hope your stream went well. Welcome to Community Trunk, everyone. Bye! Very good. It was a nice stream with some epic people. Lovely. Right, you had fun. I'm very tempted to play with my microphone muted until third friggin' stream in a row. I don't get an easy starting map. At least I was kind of expecting it this time. There will be a metric ton of save scumming due to how unpleasant the action kind of is in these. Eventually I might be able to get enough ammo and supplies that I don't have to play like this. Not really being given much of a reason to not just absolutely save scum until the carnage is over though. 24 fucking minutes to get that. 24 fucking minutes to have to play like that. Why am I just not allowed to have a community trunk stream after the first one where I start with a nice map? What do you think, Dave? I muted my mic for my own sanity. I'd like to seriously ask if pistol starts were balanced or something, because this was unpleasant as fuck. I get that's been the style of the previous maps on this person, but this is a map where I see this and then there's another 600 monsters to go. It took this long to get this. 24 minutes and I kill 189 enemies. I had to scrap and earn every bloody feat. At this point, the map should probably be over. If that's how it's going to get players to interact with it. 24 fucking minutes? It's probably a time to complete the map. What the hell? Sorry, but I am so annoyed. My god. What a fucking slog. Yeah, I am going to absolutely save scum every fucking fight in this map, because this map did not want to give the player any decent ammo supply unless you run through a pack of enemies over and over and over and over again. Die to this corner, die to that corner, go in this corner, there's an enemy there, go to this corner, there's an enemy there. And hope to get lucky that you can find a breathing spot. Dear gods. Relentless fucking awkward action is what this was, and has been so far. Very much so. This person seems to thrive on constantly giving the player something to deal with, but thermal computing was only about 300 enemies. The other map was, the secret map was, okay, 500, but I think I beat it in about 24 minutes. This is just, there's ammo around, but you gotta go through more of the level to find it. So, as you've seen, I just bumble around and die and die and die and just, it's not like I could just cleanly kill everything. Eventually, there seems to be supplies, but getting to them is a different story. Yeah. Not fun. So I had to mute my mic, so apologies for not talking for a bit. Hey, how you doing, Deepak? How you doing, Dave, Solus, Evil Bite, Jesus? Now, on the plus side, I finally able to earn a spot where I can collect ammo and not be like, oh crap, can I even afford to kill this enemy or that enemy or the other enemy anymore? I have to play so tight because I couldn't decide if what enemies were worth killing or not. Thank goodness this is the only map remaining that has this ridiculous high enemy count. So we're getting the most awkward shit out the way first, hopefully, and then that's it. 2 and 3. The option to that was 2 and 3. I don't need the Mega Spear immediately. We do. Fucking music doesn't help. I want to save the Mega Sphere so badly. Revenants, man. Getting anything on this fucking map as well. Oh, God. Just enough already. Enough already! Let me back into the area. No, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. You've done enough. Teleporting the fucking revenants back in. Get the fuck out. Right. Are you doing alright, Jesus? God, the rest of the map is a bit more of a... Well... I suppose I'll say, thank God the rest of the map is just... more The rest of the map is just... more... bulky slaughter. Let's go with that, yeah. Bulky slaughter. Makes the fight too easy to pick it up. You probably could beat it without the pickup, but... Alright, I go out into the sky. I guess. Ugh. Playing a map like that makes me think I should just quit playing Doom permanently. I'm gonna need a minute after that one. Hey Robert F, how's it going? I can't handle that kind of action anymore. I probably barely enjoyed that kind of action to begin with, but I can't handle it anymore. It's too much. Constant. Ugh. This is the second consecutive stream of this project where I've had to start out with a tricky map. And granted, it wasn't like the Nameless City where it was a combat puzzle that I figured out in 10 minutes. This was... I wish we spent the first 40 minutes, well, under 40 minutes of 24 minutes in game time trying to establish a foothold in the map. By the time I had done that, the rest of the map was just 10 minutes of slaughter and it's over. When I have to mute my mic for any length of time, that means something has seriously gone wrong with my mental state of playing Doom at that point. Yeah, so you keep telling me, Dave. But I don't think it has anything to do with the aging or anything like that. It's just irks me. Am I literally just playing things on? I don't know anymore. I'm trying to work on my rage issues, and all I know is that I am seriously continuing to question whether continuing to play so much Doom stuff is helping me in any way at this point, or not. Because the annoying thing is that the map itself is designed pretty effectively. It's just that that style of gameplay is absolutely not fun for me, where I get the idea of a hot start and having to earn a breathing space, but this mapper, on this map at least, style is, it just never stops until way too long. At least the way I went about it. Because I'm trying to find stuff, I'm trying to find ammo and supplies in every corner, everything, always, everywhere. It's too much for me to handle. There's 4 maps left to go, but thankfully none of them have a monster count this high. Probably not even half of the 700 plus here. But the highest about 300. So, as I've said earlier, I think I've got rid of the potentially the most irksome map of the 5 left. Am I just getting too old for fucking playing Doom at this higher level? Well, should I say, am I getting too old to be playing Doom on Ultra Violence on anything? Is it really time for me to just drop the difficulty down 2 notches and just keep it there? But I don't have this intensity in me anymore. I just don't know. I don't know. Maps like this where it's like the map technically is fine, it's just I can't handle it very well. And then I have to ask myself, am I just really needing to just permanently drop? I mean, I'm already dropping down to hurt me plenty on hard maps, to be fair, but well, I don't think this was magnum opus particularly. It was just they have a style of mapping. Lena has just a style of mapping that is just very action-packed. And my feeling on it is that works if the map is short, we can get away with it. But I think on a bigger map, maybe you need to learn something called not throwing the player in every second. Because that was just unpleasant, and then after that, once you get geared up and then you just do some slaughter fights, it's a different kind of pain, but at least you've got the tools to deal with it at that point. And at least once you get through, it's like you're done. But the start of that map was just 20 plus minutes of having no ammo, being constantly confronted with things that require me to kill it, having to evade, dodge, and weave around enemies in tight areas to get the ammos and supplies to get through them. So they want to promote a style of gameplay where the player is forced to go through the map and engage all the encounters to get the supplies needed to deal with the encounters. And my problem is when you start having intense maps in Doom, after a point, it gets too much. It is entirely possible in Doom to make a map that is a little too intense in spots. It is possible. At least for me, anyway. I don't know. Can't go with Dave. No, I don't think I want to do that, Dave, because if that was the case, then, you know, I won't be streaming, I won't be here. I'd just be gone already. I've said I don't want to do that because I have a purpose and something to live for. So take your depressive bullshit and fuck off. For a change, yeah? Thank you. Can't be rolled into 8885 and enemies on the screen at the same time. DFT's bang, that's what I was doing here too. Yeah, that's not really the Doom I want either all the time. I can handle it once every so often, but it's just... It's not what I want anymore. And I've had this discussion before, and it's not going away. It really isn't. I don't want to dismay the mapper because I don't think this map is technically bad, but this style of mapping is not something I'm interested in, and others will find this interesting, but I'm tired of playing maps like this, and I really am. It's just... That's why I'm playing Quake more, funnily enough. I seem to do better in Quake with this kind of stuff, and I play Marzu maps on hard, so interpret that as you will. Right, this is Crepsilum by Gibbon. And the music here is Dark K from Pokemon Silver Gold Crystal. Okay, let's see what this is all about. Only a couple more months of Beast Ray will save the day. Okay, cyber in the wall, apparently. Cyber in the wall. Load of bedrock around here, that's for sure. A ton of it. Feels like I'm about to go into some weird red cave. Okay, you got crack there. And Alright, maybe I'll calm down and I'll get this stream back on track, eh? So it's the price I pay for being highly emotional sometimes. But believe you me, I gotta be razor calm in my jaw. I don't know, just it is what it is. I'm trying to unwind with these streams. Maybe that's just I don't know anymore. Anyway. Okay, yikes. Whoa, okay, God. The range fire hasn't ended yet. Yeah. There appears to be a very big pit outside. Very big pit. Well, I try not to get angry at things, but... Well... I'm very slowly trying to work on it, and maybe a part of that is also accepting to avoid some things that might trigger it when it's not worth my time. I may have to take the plunge out there. Fucking really? Really? The fucking arch valve right there. Oh, now there's a rocket launcher. I didn't even see that. Die, die. Of fucking course. Now the cyber demons rain fire. There we go. Okay, good. This was when I was about to actually head outside and see what's going on out there, which I now attempt to do. Wow, one more barrage and then we'll go. Now we've got the mega armor as well. There seems to be a very big pit. Big pit. Okay. Let's go. No. Oh my god, I thought the sniping was done, but it isn't. Okay. Now it must be over, right? Yes. Is all this. No. No, I don't really want to be doing it. No, why is there multiple of them? Okay. Wow, that's a lot of things in the distance. Okay, this is a very big thing, I guess. I'm trying to figure out where to actually go at this point. It's a little bit, Please don't tell me I have to go and kill the bosses or something. That would be weird. If I'm going to do that, I would prefer to pick up a plasma gun for dealing with it. There's not around. There's not one around. Ooh. Okay. Cyber is dead. Cyber is dead. Alright. Not well, Maddock. It's been a frustrating opening map of tonight. I snapped a little bit, unfortunately. But the map's over. Am I missing a plasma? Just very obviously here somewhere. Kind of hard to tell. No, this map isn't really. The previous map was something. I forgot where to actually go. May just have to kill that spider and hope for the best. It's probably gonna have to be the path to victory here. Oh, alright. That didn't take long. Okay, spider's dead. Fire over here, Cyber Demon. Fire over here. There's a good chap. Good. Wee. I'm just through with the Brotherhood of Ruin. I had to cheat to give ammo twice because of starvation. Cafaris had done that for me personally. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Alright, I feel a bit calmer now since... Well, I don't know what this map is. It's something. Yeah, sorry for snapping at you, Dave, but... just before that, but... honestly, I get that you're joking around with your comments, but I have to be honest with you, it does get a bit tiresome sometimes. What are you even aiming at, anyway? I'm not sure what that... I'm not trying to even aiming at. To be honest. You think this map would benefit from lowering the platforms of the enemies a bit? Yeah, fair enough. Probably benefit from... Trying to figure out what to do here. Am I going to have to rocket the cybers as well? No, I can't be that. There must be something I've missed. Somewhere. I suspect I may have annoyed Dave with my comment, but oh well. Ah. It's not like killing him's gonna lower the thing anyway. At least it shouldn't do. Anyway. Right, there's a staircase here. That's what I've missed. I've missed a staircase. Because it was red. For fuck's sake. Try it again. Wow, okay. How the fuck do I keep falling up the bloody stairs there? Because I keep... They just sort of decide to end at a very odd moment. It's a very odd sort of staircasey type thing. I haven't heard that comment over the years. I didn't know some people in the chat crossed the line to being dogs with educating human. Oh, believe you me, Maddock, I used to be like that a few years ago with a couple of actual assholes, and I eventually got rid of them. And I have a zero tolerance for that since, to be honest with you. At least I'd like to think I do. I don't think Dave is on those lines, but I'll be honest with you when I say that I do get tired of his depressing, or whatever the hell his comments are sometimes. It's like, I get it. I'm sort of joking around, but I kind of like to say on a sweet spot, sometimes just knock it off. I'm not interested in hearing it, you know. I'm sorry, is that Cyber stuck? He is. Why are we stuck, Cyber Demon? You should not be stuck in there. What's going on? What is going on? You shouldn't be stuck in there, man. No. That's not how it works. I think he might have misjudged the height of the ceiling to the enemy they wanted to put there. So don't give me a plasma gun. Just spawn more enemies down below. I'm probably supposed to press a switch or something, right? I'd assume. I'm probably supposed to press a switch where that cyber was and go back down and do... Yeah. That's a switch. Okay, great. Everything is red. Okay. Everything is red. So that switch just blended right in. To the point where I couldn't see it. Maybe that's a deliberate thing. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Maddock. Appreciate it. I try not to anger people, but sometimes it just has to be done. You know, way too lenient with some level of shit. I mean, I put up with my asshole of a father for 32 years, so... But we move on. This map got very... Yeah, a map of all, a map of the time. That's the map. Okay. Big red pit. Weird red. Yeah. Yeah, that was a strange follow-up map from what I had to endure at the beginning of the stream. Very strange indeed. People enjoy dealing out, enjoying it, which is prepared to receive the no-plate reaction sometimes to have the pure content themselves that they're down to others. Yeah. Maybe I just need to be more vocal about these kind of things sometimes. Still. Yeah, it blends in. There's no distinctiveness. How you doing, Droken? I've been better. I had a tough first map to deal with. It didn't go well. And then I've been a bit annoyed. But this map was fine, but a bit weird. And I might have just pissed off someone a little bit, but, you know, so be it, I guess. I can't tell, though, he might have. But, yeah. Well, it won't be the first time I've annoyed someone accidentally. Well, the difference was when I did it with Depop, it wasn't intended to get rid of. It wasn't intended to be a Snyder in. And he came back. Map for benefit of being small and some landmarks, yeah. Just a big, massive red crater with just a few cybers and masterminds and failures on the side. It was just kind of odd. It could well be, but given, I mean, I was told there was a decent amount of inexperienced mappers in this project, but it's kind of showing a little bit. But other than that, I'm doing fine. I've had a decent day at work. I'm alright. I got a place to be concerned about. Alright, I'm going to take a quick piss since it's been about an hour, and I'll be back in a moment. Again, feel free to guess the music. Back in a moment. Alright, I am back. Thanks to the 26 people currently watching. Alright, this is A Place to Be Concerned About by Andrea Ravinsky. The second map from her, previous one being the Imp Gambling Den. And the music here is Path of Destruction by Mark Clem. I wonder if she chose this because it was in Memento Mori. You never know. She is a fan of Memento Mori series, so I won't be surprised if this was... Well, aside from the fact that Mark Clem is a great MIDI composer of the 90s. Guess we'll see. Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna get something like Saw. This person likes to make... I don't think we're gonna get something like that, is what I'm saying, yeah. Oh, there's the exit. Like a death slide, the map could be over. I could jump over a wall. That will be over. I could open a red door. Speaking of minis, I have a question. If I want to put B stereo on id games or somewhere, can I have non-MIDI songs from other games? Yes, they will all be created, or will they just kick me in the butt? Non-MIDI songs from other games. I imagine you probably could, but I don't know the technique. I think you can have MIDI, you can have songs from other games, but I don't 100% know. I don't see it being a problem though if you wanted to use custom songs that aren't MIDI format though. But I don't know 100% for certain, so I'm not the person to ask for that. I'm afraid. Okay, I just assumed there'd be an enemy there. That was my mistake. Yeah. Oh, we got a little weird... No, never mind. Not a skylight, more of a sky crack. It seems to keep bringing them in, that side. Bless you. Thanks. Wow. Oh, she'll put D run on every map to protest. How creative. Hey, Spinzig, how's it going? I've been talking for about 40 minutes, Depop. Sorry to tell you. Why I was given the soul spear, I guess. Yeah, I've been talking for a bit. I just wanted to not speak while I was trying to focus for a very difficult slog. I got through it eventually, and I've been talking since. You wouldn't have wanted to hear me anyway for that period. So. Anyway, I hope your nap was good. Heckross has fallen in disgrace for many, partially because he is killed. Yes, one reason of many is a good summary of Mr. Heckross. And then the maps have been getting better, and I might have snapped at Dave at some point, and we might not see him around. I don't know. Hopefully we will, but well, we'll rules. I guess I'll find out next. I'll find out in the near future. Also, hey S-Destroyer, if you're still here, by the way. I think you'll like what I'm going to announce after I beat this S-Destroyer. Destroyer? No, S-Destroyer. S-Destroyer. Yeah, because I know S-Destroyer is, I think, I mean, they were quite a recent follower. They followed me last week or something like that. I know they like Quake, so... That probably kind of gives away the fact that the thing I'm going to announce to play after this is Quake related. Yeah, I'm just going to have to flat out agree with you, Spinzig, there on that one. It's kind of his shtick, right? Fair enough. There's a bit of sort of British style humour to it. I get it. But yeah, it has. In the last few weeks, I've been a bit too polite in saying, yeah, it's a bit grating. That's all you say. And actually, now that I think about it, putting some extra thought onto it, telling a person, constantly joking around with a person that has taken a considerable... Now that I think about it, actually, and I'm going to say this, constantly joking around with a person that has taken considerable effort to come off alcohol and joking with that person that you should get back to drinking is actually really fucking retarded. Straight up. So actually, yeah, that is what I find actually genuinely egregious. Telling someone who is priding on coming off alcohol that as a joke you should go back on it. Fuck off with that shit. Straight up. You know? I'm not going back on alcohol because my motherfucking father, that piece of narcissistic shit that he is, fucking dragged me into that shit enough years. It's doing nothing for me. I'm sorry that things may not have worked out for you, but I'm a bit tired of, like, as just been mentioned, it's a bit much. Okay? If you do come back, please drop that kind of shit immediately. Thanks. There, that's me taking the fucking mask off. Yeah, I've been very polite about not saying that. And honestly, I'm not saying that because it's just come out now. I've had that thought for a while when he's been saying that stuff to me, and I've not appreciated any of it. Okay. Moving on. Yeah, anyway, we're not gonna go into the whole dramatics of it, okay? It's kind of just come out in a really odd way, but I'm not gonna dwell on it. I've said my piece, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Damn you, souls, making me drink my Pepsi. How could you? But yes, I do mean that, yes. Yeah, I think. Alright. Here we go. I'm sorry, that... Really? Damn. on, what is with this one arch file stuff? No, fuck off. Just because I don't remember the prop. I'm not taking that. That is very frustrating. I want to try and get away with getting this file out of the equation. Where is this file? Are they dead? Oh, maybe I actually got the vial. My God, enough of the art files, Andrea! God's sake, jeez, what a brute of fucking art files. Maybe I need to... Oi, oi, oi. Are they coming? Oh, maybe it's because I picked up that one in next one's game. Perhaps I can deal with these fuckers first. Can I do that? Yeah. Okay, good. Wait. No, they're already. Go! Get out of my way. Okay, alright. Good grief already. Arch valve down. Oh God, the second one. Fuck's sake. The second one. Why is there no fucking supplies left anywhere for me to deal with this shit, man? Ugh. Fuck, I need some fucking... something. Ugh. Yes, because the first map was... bloody hell, I just cannot catch a break. I need... at least there's only one vial, but I need that vial out of the way. God. Almighty. Just need to eliminate this one fucking vial and then we're good to go. Well, I might as well pick these up now since I guess I've already triggered the vial. Please tell me it's just one vial. One vial. Go. In. Yes! No! That is... no. Fuck off. Right, finally. No more fucking vials. You have used your vial allocation. Your license is expired. Good grief. You know what fucking armor is? There sure hasn't been any of that. There's been plenty of health things, but most of all in the secrets, I have been kind of struggling with dealing with the arch vials on repeat with just the health bonuses. Oh, you are kidding me. There was a BFG all along. There was a BFG. I could have had a BFG. Never mind. I feel stupid for not noticing that. That would have probably helped way more. In fact, that would have helped immensely. I could have killed the thing a lot quicker before. Never mind. There was a method of dealing with it. I didn't even notice it. Alright. I think we're good. Bloody arch value usage, man. Okay, so now I need to go to the red. Going by Sweet's Rage, I think my comment from yesterday was accurate. What comment from yesterday? Anyway. Yeah, as long as it's controlled, yes. Oh, no. Yesterday I was doing it. I did the D&D session last night. So on stream yesterday. No, I last streamed on Sunday afternoon. Yeah, I streamed weekend afternoons. Cause yeah, you've used your arch value allocation, Andrea. It's more than enough. Days blur together. Suitepee. Bake the music into an instant looking cake. Alright, well, that was somewhat of a reasonable-ish map. Yeah. Imp Dem was better. In terms of being an overall more satisfying gimmick, yes, I guess it was, but wasn't too bad. And now the sequel to the opening map. The Sunken City of Atlantis, Part 2 by Matthias. Music here is Hall of Faces by Jimmy from the Harmony MIDI pack. Just 2 maps left to go. The map had actually responded to my video about the castle video, saying quite a few people had commented on the big map, low population type criticism I had of the previous map in this. I mean, the first part was a decent exploration, so I'm hoping this will be a bit more substantial, I guess, but also still keeping that cool atmosphere of the first part. Remains to be seen, of course. Oh wow, okay. Ooh, okay. Ducky cover there. Yeah, you're right. I need to raise up sometimes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Well, no choice but to go. Yeah, I get what you mean about days whirling now, sometimes. Poor Depot. Whoa. Oh, he's like meant to represent who is holding the building up or something. Certainly getting points for atmosphere on this one, the face. This is a very ominous looking corridor. Oh god, look at all these blaz. Oh, I do have a BFG. I need to perhaps remember that. I just feel like checking behind me all of a sudden for no reason. Why were those power-ups straight in a zigzag? I certainly feel like going to check behind very immediately. Okay, so it's not that. You shouldn't have made this corridor the other 1,000 years. Well, it's a good thing you didn't make this corridor then, isn't it? Ooh, Cyber Demon. Okay. There's 2 levels left. This one and then map 30. And that's it. All done. Afterwards, I'll be announcing the next Doom / Quake related thing I'll be playing. Should be interesting. Well, being that this is a vanilla limit removing Mega Ward in the style of Community Chest series, yeah, it's going to be an icon fight, no doubt. I don't think we even need to debate that one. Especially as I've previewed the previous... Well, I previewed the start of the last 5 maps, so I knew how long was left. And boy am I glad I did not decide to continue with 26 when I did on Sunday. But, looks like things are going to get a bit... Wow. Hopefully it's an icon of something I can figure out pretty quick so I can be done with it. So what do we have here? How do we get the ball rolling on this one? Or have I missed? Ah, no switches here. Okay, let's go. some health. Badly. Or just avoid getting hit. Might be okay. Maybe. Well, Pineapple redeemed the other game thing, so I know you're keen to see that game played. So I suppose what I could do, since I know they redeemed Prey 2017. But what I can do is, after that, I can then play that particular game. To be honest with you, Drauken, I was actually planning on playing that during Peak Dopewoods Day. But you weren't around to see it, so that's literally the only reason it wasn't played during then. It was about as short of a game. I was genuinely going to play it then, but yeah, I suppose I can commit to saying after Prey 2017, I will then, yeah, and I know you want to be around for your request to be played specifically, which is why I didn't play it while you weren't there. So that's why I chose Little Kitty Big City. But what I can do is, after I've played through Prey, I will play that game next. I'll make sure that I do. Wow, that 2 shot was bad if it was taking 2 SSG blasts. That has DLCs. Did not know it had DLCs. I guess I will have to see. If I enjoy the base game first, and then decide that after. I genuinely didn't know it had any DLCs. Prey is kind of nice. I already thought you'd already played it. I've played the original Prey a long time back, but I haven't played the 2017 version, which apparently is meant to be quite good, so. Oh, just one. Well, I'll see if I enjoy the base game, and then if I do, then I'll play the DLC. How much is that DLC, by the way? So I'll hold off on purchasing it immediately. Ooh, it's not cheap. But if I enjoy the base game enough, then I won't mind paying for it. Looks like into the growth. There we go. That was awful. Let's try that again. Much better. I was hoping this first. I thought it was going to only take 2 shots, but we will do. Okay. Big fight part 2. Oh. I don't even need them. Well, actually, I was already geared up anyway, wasn't I? I had a mega spear. So give me Mancubus on both sides. Oh. Something a bit different. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, I think we know what's coming. If we're doing one of each enemy, that means that you can kind of guess what's on the way. Raptotron, Incubus. Oh, Mancubus. I was waiting for Archviles, actually. Okay. Interesting fight, I guess. Bada boom. I feel that was an interesting idea for enemy presentation, but again, a lack of numbers to make it. Yeah, I think there had to be a little more payoff to that. Just a little more than that. Just I like the idea of like having them be one at a time, reveal themselves though, and then the player can guess what's coming next. That's where perhaps you could have thrown a curveball or something. But yeah, that was a tad. At least it wasn't. At least it was an interesting kind of underwhelming, perhaps. Oh, I can say these for the next thing, so I'm actually okay for health right now. So, Prey is a combination of okay mechanics and interesting story. When such a game gets an almost pure mechanical continuation as DLC, just pretend vanilla shelf story. That's what I call meh. Oh, right, both doors are the same. Really likes these castle type maps. Alright, let's see what this one does. Oh, goody. When all else fails... So we go from a fight that's under-engaging to a fight that's just every other slaughter fight ever. Revenants, and we'll throw in some archviles. Yippee! How exciting. My god, it was exciting! Hi, Mona Lisa. The main problem here is just sniping the archviles. Okay. Give me a reprieve for this one. Okay, well that was... That was every other slaughter fight in every other slaughter thing, but at least it was only just that and nothing else, so... Sure. I guess. Oh, hold on, did I... Oh, right, no, that was... Okay, well, that's the exit. We'll take it. Okay, sure. Well, a scaled-down version of every other slaughter fight in every other slaughter thing, I should say. Because at least it was just go around, kill the archviles, and then mop up a group of revs. It wasn't like... Go around, kill the archviles, dodge revs, dodge Hell Knight barons, chain gunners, cacos, and everything else that gets flung at the players simultaneously. Most underwhelming map 29 you saw for quite a while. Well, there was a bit more punch to this one compared to the Dark Castle map. Well, the first part, but granted that was an early map, so that one was fine for atmosphere. This one had atmosphere and then also a bit of something, I guess. Detailing was fine. Last map. Queen of Spades. Well, yeah, so usually map 29 is sometimes the better map because it's like the penultimate map, so usually expect those to be really difficult sometimes. Yeah, I honestly will just take that, considering what I've been through this evening, and in the final third of this thing. Hey, look at that! Community Trunk even has the vintage frustration of a inconsistent episode 3 style difficulty curve. Anyway, this is Queen of Spades by Kane D. And the music here is Just Necro, I'm Nobody. With a link to a Doom thread. You definitely sometimes do not mind an easier map. Yeah. Not even the Ace of Spades. Yeah, I guess what's... Sorry. Alright, well, here we go. Icon of Sim Pop, whatever. Alright, you must beat the game. You must beat me. Whatever. Okay, let's figure out the trick here, shall we? Okay, no, never mind. I got very confused for a second. I got like ultra confused and I thought like, are we going back on the main platform? But no, it's different. Okay, I have all 3 of the holy keys of what the fuck ever. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna need some cells just to get back out there, to be honest. Yeah, it could be a combat thing. Oh, we won. Yeah. Okay, we won. Alright, well, you know what? I'll take that as an iconic closer. You grab... The objective is clear. The path is marked. You get what you need. You press a... In fact, I'll even take that as one step better. You just press a switch and you win. I've said this before about icon maps. You can have an icon map, just make it that... Okay, I get the idea is time pressure, force the player to be quick. Fine. But once I do all the things, just let me kill the icon and that's it. The challenge is over the moment I've acquired all the parts, or pressed all the switches, or I'm on the platform, or whatever. Because God knows I've seen too many of these in the past that drag it out or add the most stupidest additions to make it even more painful. No, It's a time pressure map. I'm going to run around like a chicken, get things, press switch, GG, that's it. I don't want to be messing around a 20-minute map. There we go. Nice and short. So, thank you. Because I don't like the Icon of Sun as a concept, and never have, never will. So I always appreciate when these maps are brief. Never in your wildest dreams could you have expected a showdown with the real Motorhead, aka Baphomet. Well, no matter. The Queen of Spades crumbled into dust like all the rest. The only thing left to do is to enter the portal back to... Do you even remember at this point? Something about this feels just like a distraction. Almost like this was more of a Gaiden diversion from the main event. Oh well. No full stop at the end. Alright, well, it's community trunk. Hey, Bangogami, how you doing? Join for the ending unless you've been working. Hey, big eye guy. I thought I'd just check for a walk-only map for no reason whatsoever. Okay. Right, well, that was Community Trunk. It did Community Chest 2 and Community Chest 3 justice because I also remember none of its maps. Alright, fair enough. Oh, that's an emote, big eye guy. That is an emote indeed. So, yeah, Community Trunk, a spiritual successor to the Community Chest series, made last year. What did I think of it overall? I have to say, kind of just overall a bit average. A mixed bag, yes, very kind of average, generally. Community Chest 4, from what I remember of it, will remain a more impressive outing. I mean, to be fair, this is years later and it's different, but it just felt very kind of average. There were a few fun maps here and there, I would say. Gambling Den was certainly an interesting encounter. I liked the intensity of Lena's maps was good when they were shorter and not quite as brutally difficult as map 26 was. I did enjoy map 32 from its atmosphere, and map 16 was a pretty nice combo in the middle. But I'd really say that it didn't really have any massively outstanding map in its collection of 32. Honestly, there was no massive standout map. There was a couple of good maps, a good chunk of alright ones, a few awkward ones, and the feeling of a bit of inexperience in spots, really, from some of the submissions. I'm sure it was a fun project to put together. Just felt kind of very average. That's really all I'm going to take away. I'll probably struggle to remember most of this in about a week. not every project's going to have a standoutish feel, I suppose, but I thought there might have been at least maybe one that was like ridiculously high quality, perhaps, and that just never arrived in this. But it was overall fine, honestly. Overall fine. Generally, it was just okay. Just right in the middle. Had a bit of everything. It had some good maps, bad maps, average maps, nothing really outstanding. 2.5 awkward maps. Some decent music choices. Yeah, it's about it. Satisfies my curiosity as to what a spiritual successor for community chess would be like, which the answer is, uh, well, it'd be like this, but there's not really much need for it these days because there's so many community projects that something like this doesn't necessarily stand out as much anymore, like it would have done in the past. Will I do some playtesting now or end the stream? Nah, I'm gonna end the stream after I announce what I'm playing next. I have to go nip out and get some supplies from the shop before it closes tonight. Gotta get some stuff as I'm looking after the house, so I'm getting a couple of things to help with the upkeep. Oh no, is that what you were waiting for, Robert? Big guy, it's like, finally, playtesting time. Nope, sorry, I've got to. If this had perhaps ended an hour earlier, I might have done a playtest or two. But map 26 took me about an hour to get through, and it was a bit rough at the start. So, yeah. Someone said, what now? You feel nervous for one more standout moments. It did. PlayStation's always nice. Well, I am going to do playtesting on the next stream, which will be on Thursday evening. So the next stream will be a playtest stream on Thursday night. So you'll get your playtesting then. I can't do tomorrow because I'm attending a poker game where I'm hoping to qualify for a regional final by winning the playoff match. But Thursday night, I will be absolutely free for a playtest session. So about 6 p.m. my time Thursday, I should hopefully do a playtest stream unless something comes up. Yeah. So you won't have to wait too long for me to look over your things, Deet and Robert. And someone else actually also asked me to look at their thing as well, and I need to go and get a few other maps if necessary. So yeah, you'll get your playtesting there. So overall, I mean, it's not bad. I probably wouldn't really recommend this to people though per se, unless they really did like the old community chess series. But I'll be honest with you, I would say this was just alright. Maybe a couple of names to keep an eye on. Pink Flamingos maps were pretty good. Wiener seems to be tense action. Matthias, maybe with atmosphere. But yeah, just very average overall. Not something really too impressive, but nor is it terrible. It's just right in the middle. Just it's a thing that exists, and if you want to play it, it is out there for you to enjoy. Particularly if you remember the old Community Chess series and you kind of want to see what a follow-up might look like in 2025 in an era where community projects, yeah, they're not really. It's that, and also they just don't stand out as much. Nothing wrong if people want to do this because they like the old chess series. That's cool. More well, yeah. It's just that in this modern time, there's just when the original community chests were out, there were far less community projects being released. Now, it feels like a community project is announced every other week. And there's just so much ramps, DMPs, which I'm still waiting on, by the way, for this last year from Obsidian. He's having a hard time getting the maximum project out. You know, this ramp, dump. Oh, there's so many MBF 21 things that you can just sign up for and get started today. The Doom Brutalist project closed last month, and that's being piled together. So, you know, but the same way that it's hard to get noticed as a mapper, putting out efforts on your own, it's also hard to get community projects noticed because of the same reason. There's just so much stuff. But, you know, it was alright. Psychedelic Eyeball's been playing through it. I might play a ramp eventually, when I get the time. I have said I wanted to check out a ramp, maybe some stuff like that, but I don't know. I can't really say what I will and won't do, especially since I'm now playing a lot more Quake. Right, anyway. So that is that. So, no problem, man. I'm glad you... I hope you all enjoyed this. I know my enjoyment through this playthrough was a bit all over the place. And it had a difficult final third at times. So, you know. It is what it is. Anyway, just before I head off, I will quickly announce the next Doom/Quake-related thing I'll be playing in a moment. I'm just quickly checking. Huh. Okay, interesting. I bet if you take out the dog sheet, you have enough good maps for an 8-map episode. Yeah, I if you're wondering what I was doing, I was just checking. I just noticed when I was about to raid, I've lost 2 followers. I was just genuinely curious about something, and perhaps not entirely unsurprisingly, Dave has unfollowed, so yeah. I guess that kind of concludes that chapter. Maybe he will have something to say about that. I mean, maybe not. That's up to him. You know, I'm more than happy to have him come back as long as he make perhaps. Well, yeah, not exactly what I was intending to do, but perhaps I feel perhaps a bit overdue, a bit awkward since I do have 2 gifted games in my library from him to play at some point, but we'll see. Maybe he'll come back. I mean, I accidentally chased out Depop before a few years ago for a different reason. Depop came back. Oh, I'm not trying to get rid of people. I'm just not tolerating stupid shit. Anyway. Yeah, and I felt bad about it for months afterwards. I mean, having a bit of fun and banter is one thing, but there is a limit. And perhaps I think, to be honest with you, he crossed that limit a while ago, and perhaps he needed to be called out for that. And, well, in the most unexpected way, it has been done, and that is it. So, yeah. That might be the last time we see David Irving in this chat. I'll probably be seeing some kind of angry mail. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, he's welcome back if he wants to, but if he does come back, he is going to not do that shit anymore. I'm just gonna say that on the record. No, not banned or kicked at all. I just Again, I don't want to dwell on it too much, but basically, he was. I was just in a bit of a not too happy state of mind after beating a map, and I just said to him, I've had enough of his depressing comments and shit, and just fuck off with that. You know, his shtick was getting a bit, but I was getting fed up with his shtick, and in truth, I have been for a little while. I get it's a bit of humor, but it's not funny. It's just been like, okay, cool. So I just basically said enough. And he didn't take it very well, so be it. No, you're right. But anyway, I'm not gonna dwell on it too much. What has happened has happened. I'm just explaining what I was doing. That's all. I'm sorry. Right. Anyway. So, I need to actually provide a link to this. Hold on. Let me acquire a link for what I'm going to play. Sorry, I just realized I've been hanging on a Quake screen and I'm not actually linking what I'm playing next. So let me just get that up real quick. Yeah. And I know I've had a week. I know in the past I've had a thing for just letting stuff slide, and it's like, no. I've just been given a reminder not to do it. Anyway. It's not dangerous, it's just... In short, basically, you would have a lot of comments being, like, negative about everything's rubbish, this is rubbish. The only thing I would say I found egregious was that I came off alcohol and he would joke about, you know, you're going to get some booze, and I'm like, what the fuck? You don't do that shit. To be honest with you, it's my own fault. I should have really just told him to cut this out a while ago. But... I'm too goddamn nice for my own good sometimes. Anyway. So, what I'm going to be playing next is... Oh, right. Well, I wasn't... I forgot there's no, like, hub screen for this project, is there? But... This will do. So the next thing I'm going to be playing is this for Quake. Shibboleth. Something I was recommended to play around the time I was going into Arcane Dimensions at the tail end of last year. So this is apparently a very interesting map set of ridiculously large maps. Containing some ridiculously huge levels. This might give you an idea of the scale we're talking about here. Yeah. The levels are apparently very unhinged in terms of difficulty being all over the place, but yeah, there's some ridiculously large levels apparently within this map set. So I don't actually know if you can go on that bridge, but this is a level set in San Francisco. No, I'm not no-clipping. You'll have to wait until next time. So there's a couple of levels of ridiculous scale. You apparently can't visit down there. That's not part of the map, but that's just a cool background of this level. Apparently. You can't go down there. But, yeah. But it gives you an idea of how big these levels are going to be. There's also a map based on Paris, including the Eiffel Tower. Apparently you do climb the Eiffel Tower. So that's an actual thing I'm going to go up in this level. Oh yeah, the spiders, I guess. And what I think is actually the most impressive looking building I could see, that thing, this Colosseum, which you apparently also do go into. So the idea is that these levels are, as I said, stupidly huge and very interesting to look around. And that's what caught my eye, so this is what I'm going to be playing next. Well, we'll have to see. I've been told by a few people, Depop has said particularly, that the scale is cool, but the difficulty is a bit of a thing. It's apparently got some very odd fights and stuff like that. But the scale of the levels is apparently some of the best in Quake. So, I'll find out. There are 8 maps. They are all different areas, different sizes, ridiculously big sort of things. There's a western town, there's this thing, which reminds me of the ending of Dark Souls 3 for some reason. Yeah, so absolutely bonkers in terms of scale, apparently. But I'm going to get to see what it's like. Oh, look, a working clock. Yeah, very impressive, isn't it? Just looking at it before I've even really engaged in any of the levels, the scale just looks absurdly good. These are going to be some fun maps to look around. That's for damn sure. So that's going to be next. Yeah. Time to witness the mapping marvels of the almighty O. So, yeah. So that will be after the next Doom Quake related thing. But you're going to have to wait a little bit for that, because I'm going to be playing Prey first. So I'm going to do the play testing on Thursday, and then I'm going to start my playthrough of Prey this weekend. First, I'll play your masterpieces. All right. Yes, your masterpieces. To set the height levels high, Robert. But once I've finished with Prey, I will then play Tertia Blath. So I'm looking forward to that. It's one of the early Quake things I'm interested in having a peek at. So, I hope you've all enjoyed tonight's stream. I hope it's been fun. It's been a bit awkward in some spots, but it is what it is. And hopefully next time will be a bit more smooth sailing. So let's go raid someone. Raiding time. See who we can raid. Oh, what is Skin Deep? Titan is playing. I'm actually kind of curious to see what this Skin Deep is. So I'm going to raid Pineapple. See what Skin Deep is that they are playing at the moment. So what's this? 20 reviews. Oh wow, yeah, that looks really good. I think you've shown me that picture before, Depop, of that map. It looks very impressive. I'm just looking forward to the visual spectacle of those maps, to be honest. That's why you suggested it to me, and that's why it caught my eye upon learning how big the maps were. So yeah, Community Trunk is a thing that exists. So yeah, hope you've been. So we'll be play testing on Thursday, and then it'll be starting Prey on the weekend. That's hopefully the plan that's going to go ahead. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you've had a good night, and take care.